Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their weekend. Driver ratings divides opinion. Let's jump into it. What a race. 10 out of 10. Max, 8.5. A rare mistake in qualifying and he damaged the car. But once again, to qualify fourth was mega. And in the race, I actually got annoyed with him when he let both McLarens through. Oh, he's had a little warning from the stewards, so don't defend your position. Get over and defend it. But he ended up finishing P2. He's outperformed the car all weekend. Yeah. But I have to say, he did annoy me not defending his position. That is not what I expect from Max. Sergio Perez, 0. And I might as well keep that in for however long he's going to be around. Abysmal. Disgusting. And yeah, there's that thing being put out there that he needs to be 100 points within 100 points of Max, otherwise his seat is lost. He gets knocked out in qualifying in Q1, beached in Cops. He needs sacking. He starts from the pit lane. He gambles on the Inters, and it didn't work. He chewed them up. It was a disgraceful weekend by Sergio Perez. Lewis Hamilton, 10. When was the last time I gave Lewis Hamilton 10? Wow, the pain is over. The Abu Dhabi emotion came out as he got very emotional as he won for a 9th time. Yeah, he qualified second, getting bruised in qualifying, but 2.5 years of pain is over. He took his chance, and that's the difference between elite and someone who wants to get there. And he never looked like choking it because he's experienced. George Russell, 7. George. He got pole. He's hammering Lewis in quali. He looked strong in the opening phase of the Grand Prix. As soon as it started to rain, he fell back to 4th. And then he had to retire due to a water leak, water pressure issue. So, yeah, really unfortunate for George. Charles Leclerc, 0. Another one. Shocking. He's been a disgrace since Monaco. Out in Q2. Qualified 11th. And then another one who went for the Inters too early. Gambled. Backfired. And yeah. Very outspoken about the team. Charles Leclerc has been nowhere since Monaco. I mean, he needs to up his game. Carlos Sainz, 7. Top Ferrari. Qualified 7th. Finished 5th. A solid race, made no mistakes. Ferrari just don't have the pace. The only positive for the team is they ended up with fastest lap. McLaren, wow, I'm going to tear these orange tossers a new arsehole tomorrow. But let's jump into driver ratings. Lando Norris, 7. Where do you start with McLaren? Bottled another win. Another win. Should have been 1-2 yesterday, and they end up 3rd and 4th. Honestly, I don't even want to do McLaren on driver ratings. I'm that annoyed with them. Yeah. Norris, he qualified 3rd. As usual, he should have been on pole. And he should have won the race. And bottled another win. Yeah. McLaren should have been in on the same lap as Lewis. They stay out. Now, is that Norris trying to be a hero again? Or is that the team calling that? It was the wrong call. Norris comes out in 2nd, chews his tyres, win gone. Oscar Piastri, 7. Should have been a 1-2 for McLaren. Piastri looked fast and was catching Lando, and they fuck him again. Not once this season, but twice. It happens week in, week out. And Piastri really should be on at the team, saying, give me a chance to prove that I can win races, because he's not getting a chance. Again, shafted by his team. Norris pits, of course he should. He's the lead driver. Piastri should drop 3 seconds and double stack. He goes round and basically he's gone from 2nd to 6th. It's a disgrace. And where did he even finish in the end? Piastri 4th. Shocking by McLaren. Fernando Alonso, 7. Qualified 10th, finished 8th. Double points finished for Aston Martin and a better weekend. He was actually ahead of Stroll, but obviously I don't know. We didn't see much of the Aston Martins. The battle was at the front, but I think Lance got the better pitted before him. Lance Stroll, 8. Credit where it's due. A very good weekend by Lance. Qualified 8th and finished ahead of Alonso. A strong weekend. I've got to say, dawdling in Maggots and Beckett's in one of the practice sessions. So dangerous. And he should have had a penalty for it. But apart from that, a good weekend. Gasly, 5. Standard 5. He knew coming into the weekend that he had a penalty. And then I feel really bad for him. Formation lap, tricky conditions. Alpine maybe could score points. And he doesn't even get a chance. So, yeah. Gearbox issue. Esteban Ocon, 0. P18 qualifying, P16 in the race. Awful weekend. Critical of the team. We couldn't even do the basics. We couldn't get anything right this weekend. Set up, pit stops, strategy. Very critical. Alex Albon, 8. Finally, Williams show a bit of pace. He finished 9th. Very solid. He did have contact on lap 1. A Haas went wide. Alonso tried to avoid it. And Albon hit the back. But yeah, solid. Good race for Alex Albon. Logan Sargent, 8. Wow. Probably his best weekend of the season. Now, credit where it's due. I've hammered this guy from pillar to post. Week in, week out, I hammer him. Because I don't think he's good enough at this level. But I'm going to give him 8. Because that is one of his better weekends. He qualified 12th. Finished 11th. Fair play. Logan Sargent. That's good. If he could do that week in, week out, he may have a chance. But unfortunately, it's not consistent enough. 1-1, 6. Not his best weekend, but he did score a point. Got beached in the gravel in practice 1. 10 minutes into the session. That was not a good start to his weekend. Qualified 13th. A scruffy weekend, I would say, for 1-1, but he comes away with a point. Daniel Ricardo, 5. P15, not happy with the run plan and finished 13th. Yeah, not the best by Ricardo. Guan Yu, 3. Sauber's pace is dreadful. Honestly, he qualifies 14th, finishes 18th. Sauber are nowhere near good enough. Valtteri Bottas, 3. Qualified 16th, finished 15th. Sauber's pace is disgusting, and they're still yet to score after 12 rounds. We're now at halfway through the season. Nico Hulkenberg, 10, 10, 10. I bang the drum about this guy. He's criminally underrated, and it's about time people actually respect what Hulkenberg does. Give him a top car. This guy's on the podium every week. I'm sorry to say, but qualifying star, P6, sensational. He's in a Haas. He does both Ferraris, by the way. He was the top Ferrari engine. And then he finishes the race in 6th. It's sensational by Nico Hulkenberg. Underrated at the highest level. Get some respect on this guy's name. Because what he's doing in a Haas, he should not be doing. And he's slaughtering Kevin Magnussen week in, week out. Honestly, you put Hulkenberg in Perez's Red Bull, he's on the podium every week. I stand by that. Kevin Magnussen, 5, qualified 17th, bruised by Hulkenberg, as Hulkenberg qualified 6th. Magnussen's highlight of the weekend was his save at Stowe when it was damp. He comes round Stowe, massive save. He pitted 1 lap too early. I think Magnussen could have been around where Albon finished, but yeah, it was about getting the right pit stop at the right time. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton ends his pain. And McLaren, disgusting. Join me tomorrow for a mega McLaren rant. I am not happy. Still, I don't know how long it's been, like 15 hours. I'm still boiling with McLaren. Unacceptable. Comment down below your thoughts. Adios.